It's going to ping all night, so let's stop that. And let's go over here where the fun stuff is. We can turn that off too. And tell everybody all the fun stuff that's going on there.
Well, somewhere there we go.
When you start to see people, hopefully there are people coming on. I see them. They're more ahead of us. If you'll just excuse me, I just must run and take care of something. 2 seconds, and Lisa's all in charge by herself. I will be.
So I will say welcome everyone to tonight's. I guess it's like the Witch's Tea Party that we used to do in person, but we're doing it live now on YouTube. And what we do is 1 card free readings for anybody who comments and asks for a free reading. And you can ask us a question, or you can just say, tell me what I need to know. And if you want a longer reading, a more in-depth reading, hi Wendy. If you want a more in-depth reading, just give us a super chat for whatever amount. I think the cheapest one you can do is like $1.99, and we'll do 3 card readings for you. So tonight is the Pisces New Moon, and we also have Sun in Pisces, obviously, because the moon is new. And we have Jupiter and Neptune hanging out in Pisces too, so it's a really, really great time for creativity and getting your kind of plans and thought processes organized. Pisces is very much the kind of psychic healer of the zodiac. So we have new moon in Pisces, and that is a great time to do something or set an intention that will involve your intuition combined with your creativity and inspiration. And I'm going to put up the Anna's got super chat already. Hello. Thank you so much. Let us know what your focus is.
Oh my goodness, I'm seeing super chats. I can tell this. The lights are flashing.
Yes, so things are going.
People are already super chatting.
So Anna Marie, thank you so much. Please let us know what your focus is, and we'll get right onto that.
Yes, yes.
But when we put up the tarot scopes, I don't know if anybody saw those yet, but we put up the
they're pretty cool.
Scopes for each of the signs for the month. I'm chilly.
I'm Anton. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah. Anyway, go have a look and see what's in store for you. General. Okay, Anne-Marie with General. Please don't make those silly jokes.
I haven't actually said anything and I'm in trouble already. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's only the depth that bloody varies, isn't it?
Hi, Mike. Do you see me getting out of this rut?
Oh, no.
All right, I'll put you in right after Diane.
'Tis the season for ruts. Both in the...
And Anna Marie says, yes, she just washed them. All right, so this is 3 cards for Anna Marie.
Move forwards a bit so
General?
we got plenty of room. All right,
I got one.
You're going to go first? All right, let's have this one here.
And number 3.
Number 3. 3 being the number to count.
All right, King of Pentacles.
Oh, hello.
Ace of Cups.
Oh, hello.
2 of Swords.
All right.
So how would I interpret this?
Well,
King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 2 of Swords. I do think there are some things that are taking on some great beginnings, and something that you're putting your feet into now will really be coming into fruition around the middle of May, beginning of June. I see that as kind of being a time of relaxing and exhaling, but it looks like right now you're still kind of on the fence about how much effort and energy you want to put into it and how much you kind of want to stay in the background. And I feel like this has to do with something financial. Health-wise, this is a very, very good omen, especially if we're talking about something that has to do with the nervous system or the endocrine system. So if there's anything going on with like diabetes or circulation or the nervous system, that looks like that's also going to be coming to a place where you have some more peace of mind. What do you say about these?
All right, and this is for Anna Marie, yeah?
Yep.
Hello, Anna Marie. And let me, shameless plug, but if anybody from Simple Truth Organic happens to be watching us and wants to sponsor us, we absolutely love your non-soda soda or whatever the proper name is. I guess you call it organic salsa water.
Yes.
But it's so nice. It's so nice.
Jazzwinder, Sarah, let us know if you have a focus.
All right. So the first card was the King of Pentacles. The second was the Ace of Cups, and the third one was this, yeah?
Two of Swords.
Okay, and it's general. But again, it's interesting. These are not bad cards, Anna Marie.
No,
not at
they're
all,
very
not
good
at all.
cards.
The only thing is, it is necessary to actually get off your butt and do something. There may be two paths you can go by. But, you know, in the words of the prophets Led Zeppelin, you can always change the road you're on. So this person's like sat there on the old throne going, you know, well, I've got it all weighed up. I've got it all perfectly balanced. I'm not really sure what I should do yet. You know, maybe if I had more information, because I can't quite see everything. Because, look, I'm blindfold. But we're going to call a little bit of BS there, because if you look really closely on this card, you can actually see the eyes peeking out below the blindfold. So what's going on here is that dreaded word that starts with a P, procrastination. Procrastination serves you not. You know, in the words of Yoda, choose you must. So you must make a choice, but it's not set in stone. You can always make an adjustment as you go. So don't let the feeling that I have to choose something here prevent you from making the choice, because either way it's going to pan out beautifully. It really is. This is a really good, strong financial card, and this is a great card of like great emotional release. So just have at it. You can't really screw up here. You know, you may have to adjust, but that's okay. You have the ability to do that. So that would be my 2 cents on the matter.
Awesome. All right, we'll snort these up a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yes. Cool. Procrastination, yeah. I bought my dad a t-shirt that had it was green in colour, and it had top 10 reasons I procrastinate. 1. That's all it said on it.
That's funny. That's really funny.
It's true.
Okay.
All right. Who we got now?
Jazzwinder.
Okay.
Who is
Jasvinder, I think. W's are V's in
okay.
in Indian. This is really complicated because V's are F's are V's in Welsh, but there's such a similarity between the Indo-European and Proto-Celtic languages with that. So it's you or me?
It is you.
It is me. So Jasvinder's question is?
No question. Just how are you? Let her know what's going on.
What's going on with Jasvinder? Okay. Well, this is the culmination of the Fool's Journey. You've actually found that middle ground. You've harmonized the opposing forces. You know, you've arrived at a place of enlightenment. However, don't you love the howevers? The needle returns to the start of the song, and we all sing along as before, except only this time you've gleaned a little wisdom. I see we're being super chatted, so thank you so much for that.
It's Jen, so she'll be up next.
So we have this beautiful figure that's actually, you know, found the we've survived this circuit. For want of a better word, we've got through this phase in our life, and it's not really the drawing to the close of an end of a chapter, but more like a sort of a repeat of a cycle. But it's a good cycle. It's not a circle, it's a spiral. So take the wisdom that you have learned, okay, and you've learned a lot, and apply it to what appears to be the similar sort of situation you're facing going forwards, because you are not in the same place as you were when you first dealt with this, okay? That's the important thing to remember.
All right, so now I'm going to shuffle these up for Jen.
Shuffle them.
So she gave us a super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
great.
Jen. That's lovely.
And she's looking for a 3-card, a general reading, but her focus is on relationship. And I got you, Gilda. You'll be next.
Oh, thank you, Gilda, also. Me first, then, I take it.
Yep.
You shuffled them?
Yep.
Oh, you're awesome. All right, so this is what we got for 1.
Uh-oh.
Coming in thick and fast now.
All right, and you're going to pick number 3.
Oh, well, it's got to be this one, hasn't it? Am I going first now?
Ah, she's putting one in for Gilda. Okay. Awesome.
I love these acts of kindness. You guys are nuts. Oh, look. Oh, dear. This was the order we pulled them in. This was the first one. I know.
These are great.
So the first one, this is, oddly enough, and you just saw, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw us shuffle these cards. So remember, and I'm sorry, honestly, I promise, Jen, we're going to get right on with your reading. But for you guys watching, especially the ones who are lurking, and I don't mean that rudely, but, I know it takes a bit of guts to ask a question and what have you.
Right, so you're just hanging out listening, and that's
awesome. If you're hanging out and listening and just seeing what's going on, that's totally cool. That's totally okay. But there always appears to be like a theme or an over, whatever you call it for the reading, like a oversoul. If that's I don't know if that's the right word.
A divine congregation of understanding, like the information that's coming out is usually speaking to more than one person in the group of listeners. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if you went to, a gallery where a medium was, when they're going to be talking about the energy of other and the things that are going on, even though they may not be speaking to your particular friend or relative that's on the other side, the information that comes forward is probably relevant for more than just one person in the group. So many times when we have these evenings, the people who kind of come as the collective community for that evening tonight, there's like a collection of energy. So like listen up, even if it's not your turn. Mm-hmm. Like we've got Mike and Sarah and Diane, they're here. Mm-hmm. and they're waiting for their turn. So even though it's not your turn, something that's said that's coming across from spirit may very well be something that could help you with whatever it is you're working on.
Whatever it is. So bear that in mind.
So we already see
so this is the
two readings in that we have the same card again.
So the world card coming up. And this is really, really cool. I mean I'll talk more about this in a general sense if we get a second later, because I think this is a wonderful, wonderful card. But so for you, Jen, we got the world first, then we got the King of Wands, and then we got the Ace of Swords. So again, we've got another ace here. And whenever we see an ace, I think this is, this is the inception of something, or a pivotal point. Like right now, we're talking sort of right now. These cards do not suck. Okay, they definitely do not suck. And I don't know if Jen had got a specific focus.
She wanted relationship.
Okay, well, you're not in the same place as you were last time around, is the first point. You have learned much, okay? So it's important. You've learned how to harmonize those opposing forces within you and without you. And it is, and if you think about what these two pillars represent, in fact, plug in our own thing, if you get chance, jump back onto Tarot Talk and have a look at how much we talk about the pillars on the High Priestess card, because these are those two same pillars, all right? But notice now they're no longer black and white. They've been harmonized, okay? They've been harmonized, not homogenized, but harmonized.
They're kind of like the Magician's Wand,
exactly.
Too, that now there's two of them.
And it mirrors the Magician's Wand in so much as it has a reservoir above and below it. Okay, so we have this, as above, so below kind of thing, as within, so without, as the universe, so
it's
so
kind
the
of
soul.
saying that she's ready now for a relationship because she's come to a place of harmony within herself. Hi, Alice.
Okay, let me sort of finish here, because what I'm saying is you are not in the same place as you were. You have learned much, and you've learned, I think, to harmonize and take those crazy energies, and what I was trying to say, those almost extremes that you've been through. And if you look at the pillars on the Tree of Life, or the pillars on the High Priestess card, they're the pillars of severity and mercy, and learning that to learn where your boundaries lie, to learn how to be a very loving, warm and supportive person without making yourself a bloody doormat, Learn what you are there now, okay? You know how to do that. So I think you are ready for, you're not in the same place of emotional vulnerability that you once were. Okay, and I think that's important to take that on. You're also incredibly perceptive now. I think this, to me, this card screams of perception. I'm sorry if I can even speak in English. I'm trying hard here, but this little salamander. It's interesting that we were talking about this totally out of context today when we were talking about the tarot, if that makes sense. Lisa and I, we talk about lots of things, but we were actually at the time talking about the tarot, and she mentioned the salamander being representative of Dreamtime, and I was thinking, I've never really thought of it like that, because this card, if I everybody has like these one word things or one phrase things. Mine is like the king of wishful thinking, but that's not a bad thing. If you don't have a wish, it can never come true. So if you focus on something you're really, really looking forward to, this helps align your energies with it. Okay, and the more specific you can be, the more focused you can be on what exactly it is that you're looking for, the more likely you are to be able to see it. Okay.
Right.
All right.
You want to manifest it, you have to see it. Yeah.
And this is the crux. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. This is for you now wresting back the sword of control and being, claiming back your sovereignty, claiming back your ability to be responsible for your own destiny. And the swords can divide. You will notice that this is blue and white. And so the sword, in this instance, I see very much about being that line of demarcation, being that line of boundary, and sorting the wheat from the chaff. You are ready. You are equipped for this.
All right.
Over to you.
Jen.
And now she's going to tell you the real reading.
Well, no, I think that both readings are valid. Again, sometimes people will come to Psychic Fair and they'll get like 20 minutes with 3 different readers. And even though they may have similar cards on the table for each reading, each reader will glean something a little differently. They have a different perspective. Jen, I'm going to say, don't limit yourself. I think that you've kind of been only looking in one particular area. Maybe you think that you couldn't do a long distance relationship.
No, they never will.
We did. 3,500 miles, right? So kind of expand your search, and also maybe this card, like he was saying, oh dear, he was a spammer. This card that's saying the dream time. What is your dream? What would your soulmate be like? What do you really want to manifest? And kind of expand that a little. A lot of people say, oh well, you've got to limit your list, and you can't put too many things on it, because nobody will be that perfect person. And I understand that we don't always find the perfect person. And I'm getting a lot of very Aries kind of energy. So I think that might be the time of year that you find this person, which is only about 4 weeks from now.
Almost now-ish, isn't it? 3 weeks even.
About, 25 days, maybe 23 days. I don't know, 20-something days.
I think it's the 22nd this year. So
and this says that there needs to be a balance of control in the relationship. I think maybe in the past, things have gone either way one side or the other, right? In other words, the person that you're with wants to control everything. What are you thinking? When are you doing this? How are we doing this? And they want to kind of be your, your micromanager. Or maybe they have been really lazy and they say, well, it's up to you what we have for dinner. It's up to you where we go this weekend. It's up to you to make all the decisions. So I think this sword is telling you to, once you get in this relationship that I think is coming pretty quickly, that you've manifested because you've put out to the world what it is you want, seek balance in who's in charge. I love this shirt too. I got it off Zoo Lily.
She's a couple. So if you're watching from Zoo Lily and you'd like to sponsor us, please, we'll take that. Lisa loves your stuff.
All right, let me shuffle this up because now Gilda is next.
Okay.
That was Jen. And this is Gilda.
Isn't it fun?
And I pull first because you did for. All right. And don't worry, Sarah, Diane, Mike, Alice,
we'll get
Toya,
to you. We've got
you. All right, so what was it? 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Oh, Gilda. What are you doing to yourself, honey? All right. We're playing a little game of Whack the Mole, right?
Whack-a-mole.
So you ever seen that game at the carnivals or whatever where you have to keep whacking the heads of the moles that stick up?
They have a Mexican version of that, whack-a-mole.
You're not funny.
Well, it was quite good. Personally.
Anyway, so I do see you keeping your head above water, but I think it's becoming a little bit tricky now, you know? I get a sense that there isn't an awful lot of breathing room, that you're finding that you're kind of on all the time. And then the next two cards, unfortunately, are both fives. And I say unfortunately because fives do show a struggle.
Can do.
I do think you have to try and make your own choices and decisions. When we see the Five of Wands, that kind of tells us that everybody's giving you an opinion and you're trying to sort through all these different ideas about what it is you should be doing. And I think here's some more advice. Your best advice would be to take a step back and work with what's in your mind and what's in your heart and where you want to get to. And the Five of Coins kind of says, you might feel like you're on the outside looking in right now, but you really have a lot more control than you expect because you're willing to put in the work to get where you need to get. So I think that this is saying these next couple of weeks, this tremendous Pisces energy that we have is going to really try to help you to focus on things and, make lists so you don't get overwhelmed. But I don't think you're going to have any financial issues. I think this is more about stamina. Mm-hmm. Really.
Stick-to-itiveness.
All right. So, Angel, I'm writing you down.
So. Oh, Gilda. We need to talk, don't we? Listen, love. It ain't that bad, all right? It really isn't. For starters, do not underestimate the sheer tenacity, your sheer ability to actually get stuff done, all right? I know it feels like sometimes, damn, it's me against the world, yeah? But you've got to look a little closer at this. Because on this card, straight off, this person literally towers over whatever is in front of them. And they have the ability, yes, they are responding to a lot of stuff, the stuff coming up. This is your definitive may you live in interesting times card. Because the stuff you're having to deal with quickly and repeatedly, but it's stuff you're dealing with, So don't have a downer on yourself. I think that's the important thing here. Also, you may not have noticed this, but I'm going to try and bring it up close to the camera. If you can look very closely at the person's shoes on that card, right? Notice that they're actually wearing different shoes. They've got one boot on and they've got one very nice court shoe on. And if you look closely, you'll actually see the boot is on the back foot and the court shoe is on the front foot, which indicates to me this is very much a movement forwards into a better position. So it's less of the grunt boots on the ground and more of the staff officer, and I think you know what I mean by that, okay? You are moving into a place of authority and respect and higher social station. I think this is a good thing. The thing that we've got to deal with repeatedly is you always, and please don't think I'm having a downer on you because I'm so not. I want you to know that we come at this from a place of love and all we do is open our mouths and the words fall out. Well, me particularly. But sometimes you look for opinions and sometimes I think you get too many opinions. And you almost then wind up getting yourself tied into a knot by going, well, now what the hell should I do? You need to learn to be a little more reliant on your own counsel, for want of a better word. Yeah, you're smart. You're not a stupid lady by any stretch of imagination. So trust in your own ability to make a decision. Okay, you must do that. All right, it's okay. You are worthy. And this again, be careful about wearing the badges you think people want you to wear. Now, I mean, this is it. That's why the leopard's got the bell around his neck, so people could run away and hide and not see that leper and therefore catch leprosy. But who makes him wear the bell? He does. Nobody's going to wander around going, "Oh, you've got to be wearing that bell," because they're so petrified of catching leprosy. So he's forced to, or he forces himself to comply. And this is senseless. So I'm not saying be anti-authoritarian. I'm not saying that by any stretch of imagination. But what I am saying is be mindful not to wear those badges you think people brand you with. "Oh, she'll never come to anything." Bollocks, have none of that. Okay, you are destined for good stuff. This I see. Yeah, there's work involved, and you've got to engage. Unfortunately, you've got to engage. Okay, but do that. You will come out of this victorious. And just don't overdo it with the advice. And that's kind of laughable considering what we're doing right now.
I know. She says she just signed her kids up for extracurricular activities, and now she's like, "Oh my God." All right. Yes, fishy Pisces. All right. This is Sarah, General.
Hello, Sarah. Is it my turn? Yeah. I thought I just went.
No, you went second. I went first. So.
Okay. All right. Oh, hello. And this is just the General?
Sarah, General.
Sometimes we need to obtain a different perspective. We sometimes find ourselves where we just can't see a clear way out of or past or whatever it is we do, or a solution to a problem. Yeah? So understand, if the mountain won't go to Muhammad must go to the mountain. What do I mean by that?
Down, baby.
Turn it on its head. Take a different perspective. You can only see from where you're standing, so move. Okay? Move. Physically move. And look at it from a different perspective. And by doing that, you will receive the enlightenment you actually need to move forwards here. This is a great card because you'll notice that the person who has tied themselves upside down and hung from the tree of Yggdrasil to receive enlightenment is also showing very handedly the glyph for Jupiter, which is about expansion. So this is about expansion of ideas. Coming into where we are, we've just moved into Pisces. This is a fantastic time. We've got the Pisces New Moon right now, today. Okay, this is a brilliant time for starting new projects, for being super creative. So get on with it. All right.
Okay. So I've got everybody. I've got Diana's up next.
Hello, Diana.
And I will answer her.
Awesome.
And then we have Mike, Alice, Toya, Angel, Elaine. I've got your name down. If you want a card, ask a question, and I will put Snarky on the list too. And then we have Joao. I'm not sure how to say that. Message from Spirit Guides. So Elaine, in this next bunch of stuff,
could
just
be
let us know.
Forgive us. I'm from Birmingham, England's my excuse. English for me is a second language.
All right. So Diane wants information about her move.
Well, you're doing that.
I am. Diane, is it possible that you may end up paying a double housing bill for 1 month? In other words, like you have to take on the new house before you can quite get out of the old house? Because I feel like there might be something like that going on. Life always kind of seems to be feast or famine, right? Like, I can't find anything. Doesn't suit me. It's not where I want to go. And then all of a sudden, oh, here, you have to do this now. So I feel like there's going to be a fantastic opportunity, but the timing might be a little weird. So it might be 1 month of a little tricky finances to get yourself from one to the other. But I feel like, look on the bright side, you might have a little more time that way. to pack, and you don't have to put anything in storage, and maybe you could just do a bit at a time over the month that you have both places, you know.
Chuck everything in boxes and
well, no, rather than maybe like pay for one big giant moving day or something, you could just do it yourself. I don't know. I feel like it's very positive, but I feel like it's been waiting, and then goes forward.
All of a sudden, badoosh.
All right.
Yes.
So, if Elaine or Snarky have a specific focus, let us know. If not, we're just going to do general. And I've got you, Jiao.
All right. So well, before we tuck into other people's reading, because I see there's quite a few people looking at us right now.
There's a bunch left.
It's a good time just to have a little recap what the heck we're doing here. So Lisa and I are doing readings for you. We will do you like a 1-card reading for free, which is fine. Wonderful. We take people in turn, and Lisa and I take it in turn. So if you have a specific question, just go ahead and ask it. Because it helps things move along when we start to get a bunch of people. If you're in a push for time or you would like a more detailed reading, we won't say no to a super chat. If you want to throw us a super chat, throw us a super chat for anything you like. Matters not, however much. And what we'll do, that jumps you to the top of the queue, well, behind anybody else who's got a super chat out there. And both Lisa and I will do a reading for you, and we'll pull more cards. All right. So basically, that's it. Who we got now? And
Mike wants to know.
Oh no, it isn't. There's one thing you must do. I noticed that we need people to hit that thumbs up button. All right, this is particularly important. The reason we're doing this is to become less of a well-kept secret. Don't want to burden everybody with the life story of what we're doing, but it's important. We have a vision to try and save, at least a bit of the planet. So necessity for that is for Lisa and I to be somewhat of a less of a well-kept secret. You guys can help. So if you haven't already done so, please mash that thumbs up button. Please share this link around. Share it on your social media, whatever it is, on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Whatever you're doing, just let folks know that we're doing this, because we're here for like another hour and a half-ish. Something like that. So yeah, there you go. That would be really helpful. Oh, thank you. I just seen a whole bunch of likes come through. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right. Who we got?
Mike.
Hello, Mike.
So Mike says he's in a little bit of a rut, and he wants to know how to get out of this, both kind of health and financially, because sometimes when you don't feel good, it's hard to make money.
You know what?
And when you're not making money, you're not feeling so good.
I clock it entirely. I know where you're coming from. Oh, mate, actually not a bad card here.
It's the Pisces card.
It certainly is. So this says you're analysing your creativity, and you've also got a... I don't know if you know that beautiful Moody Blues thing. I mean, Lisa knows it, but cold-hearted orb that rules the night removes the colours from our sight. Red is grey and yellow white, but which is to say which is right and which is illusion? So when everybody's making a hell of a noise, which I think is what's sort of going on in your head at the moment, it's a very noisy place, Mike. It's very difficult to think straight. It's if everything's louder than everything else, it's difficult. So, when you find yourself in an extraordinarily noisy restaurant or bar or anywhere really, and everybody's yelling at everybody else, everybody tends to yell even louder, and then nobody can hear anything. If you just start speaking quietly, and I'm going to throw this one out as an open challenge to everybody out there, if you just start speaking really quietly so that the person has to lean towards you and listen, somehow that has this rippling effect that causes everybody to quieten down and try and listen what's going on. And it spreads. It works wonderfully. And this is just the power of energy. So understand that you have incredible creative energies, Mike. But you just feel like stuck in a rut, literally. But think about it. The soil is very soft and moist right now. It's getting into mud season, It is. You're going to sink up to your axles, definitely. So you need to try and find yourself a bit of firm ground and know that the sun's come up in the sky and that spring is coming. So hold on to that positive, that things are going to get better.
And I would say tonight is a fantastic opportunity for a Pisces New Moon spell.
Absolutely.
So you could do both health and wealth tonight.
So just to know that things are going to get better starts to lift your perception, because the perception is the key. All right? Am I taking too long?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got told off again. Sorry, Mike.
All right, Alice. Alice. What does Spirit say? Spirit says to Alice, it might be time to focus on your home. So, whenever I see this card, I always think about real estate or living arrangements, things like that. So there's something going on around the home, possibly to do with water, because I see this them being, we were talking today about how sometimes you go a long, long time and you don't notice something on a card, and then all of a sudden something jumps out. So I'm seeing something going on with the water and a time to kind of focus on your home. I know you, so I imagine that you're already deciding what you're going to plant where and all this gardening stuff, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that your comfort is also important. So something that you can focus on for comfort and stability regarding your home. All right. Anton, you have Toya. She's a Libra, and she'd like a general.
Toya, I got to tell you, that's like one of my favourite names. I just think it's so cool. I'm remembered probably before your time. I have no idea how old you are or where in the world you are. But there was a wonderful singer in the 80s called Toya Wilcox, and I quite digged her. I thought she was pretty cool. So this is actually another card about sometimes you can get too close about perception. But it's more than that. This is like interaction more than just perception. I think sometimes we can get too close to a situation. We get so close and so involved in the minutiae of what's going on, we kind of lose the overall picture, That old adage, when you're up to your arse in alligators, it's hard to remember your objective was to drain the swamp. And that's, I think, where you kind of are right now. So for you, my advice would be to find higher ground. Morally, spiritually, physically. Find higher ground. Get yourself to a place where to do so, it's good cardio and great for your, well-being to actually get there. But when you actually arrive at that place and you see this amazing panoramic vista in front of you, it's going to trivialize some of the problems that are weighing heavily on you, and it's going to give you the clear air that you may be able to need really start to think it through and see it clearly. And this actually is a really positive thing. We see 3 ships come sailing in here. So, 3s are a great number for me, definitely. It's about the resolution of opposition. So understand that this is a very positive card, but it does require yourself to extricate yourself from the issue that's bothering you immediately, get a bit of clear ground, get a higher perspective, and understand what it's all about. And I think the outcome is going to be great. I'm trying to be succinct because I am receiving suitable guidance from my dearly beloved.
I just want to make sure everybody stays for their reading, and if you take...
that's true, but there's also quality, not quantity.
There is. You can say that thing, but you don't have to say that thing 10 different ways. Just say the thing.
I don't know.
All right,
I'm from England, all right?
Angel,
that's the way we do things.
Angel wants to know what do her guardian angels have to say to her.
Well, now. A lot of aces tonight.
Yeah, a lot of new beginnings. What's a new moon?
Of course.
Angel, I think they want to say that it is wonderful that you are exploring spiritual things. But I think they want you to be grounded as well. Right? So, in other words, sometimes you have to kind of schedule yourself and say, I am going to pay attention to paying my bills. I am going to pay attention to my career. I am going to pay attention to whatever your responsibilities are. Because pentacles are about reality, about what's being brought into reality. So I feel like don't compromise your responsibilities while you work on your spiritual stuff. But I do think that Spirit is really, really ready to work with you, and they know that you're ready to work with them. So get a routine where each morning you spend a particular amount of time, or each evening, or whatever time of day it is that works for you, that you meditate and build a relationship with spirit, but don't get lost up in that space. You've got to stay grounded too. All right. So Elaine T has a very curious question.
Okay.
She says that Yaz and her have been told that they're not allowed to be in the same class or talk to each other at school.
Oh, no.
So apparently,
what did you do?
I don't know. But apparently they can't text or call each other either. So does Yaz still have feelings for her, even though they got into all this mess?
Oh, my partners in crime and all. Well, you know what? It's okay. This is going to be something that when you're as old and decrepit as me, although I'm not decrepit, you're going to be able to look back and go, I remember that. Hell, that was cool. So it may seem like a hell of a drama right now, and it may seem like an unfortunate setback, but I think you're making more of it than it actually is. Okay, I really feel this card, the Six of Wands, is a fantastic card.
Yeah,
it really
it's
is
victory and overcoming.
It speaks of victory. It speaks of adoration. It speaks
returning
of all
from
good
war
stuff.
to victor kind of thing.
It does. So yeah, maybe there's been a oops, sort of right now, and but these are the amazing things that go to build up the rich tapestry of someone's life, and I think these are the memories. You're making the memories you're going to talk about in your dotage. So really appreciate it for that. Try to be a little more circumspect, I think would be the way, Try to see the bigger picture, and don't get hung up on this. It's not the end. Let me promise you, this is just a things could have panned out worse, I'm pretty sure. All I can say is I grew up when there was no social media. I got away with it. It may not have been the similar situation if I'd have been growing up today. So, yeah, take it on the chin. It's okay. It's just, be a little circumspect. You will get through this. And, yeah, I think everything's fine. Truthfully, everything is fine.
So now I have Joao.
Joao. Yeah, and she did, I think... I don't know if Joao's male or female or however they identify.
Joao, a word from spirit guides.
But I think that's how you pronounce it.
All right. A word from your spirit guides.
Ka-ching.
Okay. You are worthy. And you're way more intelligent than you give yourself credit for. Right? So, I think that you just maybe don't have your approach just right or something yet, okay? But I feel like you're really, really intelligent, and I think you're very much worthy of being able to receive information and get a better education, and it's worthy to invest in yourself. You're worthy of that. So I feel like this is going to be a very, very good year for you, and that there's going to be security and a foundation for whatever it is you're working on. And I think your big challenge is to believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, you will not be short of the amazement that you can achieve. All right. So Snarky is up next. Oh, okay.
I can tell by the flashing of the lights we is having a snooper chat.
Okay, so ERVR. What is your question? And
all right.
Then we'll do Snarky.
All right, we will.
So he's going to, or she is going to jump. We just need to know what you want us to focus on, and you can have a reading.
All right.
And yes, Snarky, I've got you. You're on the list.
I was about to do you, but apparently somebody just super chatted straight in front of you. So.
Oh, Joao, you just missed your reading, so scroll back.
Yeah, you're going to have to hit that replay button. You'll probably have to watch 1,000 adverts, but that's not my fault.
Yeah, we just finished your reading, and we're waiting for Ever's question. and then we're going to do snarky and get on with it.
I suppose we could do snarky while we're waiting for Eva's question.
All right, your turn. If you can.
General or love or whatever you're drawn to.
All right.
Yeah, because it's only a one card.
All right,
question,
so you do snarky. All right.
There you go. All right, the third time tonight. Okay, so there's definitely an oversoul vibe with the world going on. This for both of us, for Lisa and I, this card represents not the culmination of the fool's journey exactly, but it is getting to that point where you've gone right the way around a cycle and you're back to where you think you've started.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not in the same place as you were before. You've gained much, you've learned much. I think what's important for you at this point, Snarky, is to actually apply the lessons you've learned. Otherwise, you've got the danger of taunting things and going, I'm just going to ignore that. And believe me, the lesson will be repeated until learned. So if you've learned the lesson, apply that wisdom. Wisdom is knowing how to apply knowledge. Apply that. And lo and behold, you will do well. Some of the extremes you've been through will help you here. And have we got Eva's question, or do we just?
Yes.
We do? Okay, how about it then?
And
you're first up. You're first.
We're just going to pull 3 cards and give this reading.
Well, we're going to pull the same 3
cards.
So,
we're going to pull this. Together, we are going to pull 3 cards.
Yes.
Is that okay?
That'll work.
All right.
I wish I knew what I was talking about.
I wish you did too. It would be a lot more helpful. All right.
I'm here to confuse people.
1.
Brilliant! Look at that.
And this is the 3rd one. All right, so this is a romance question.
Okay.
Oh my. All right. So the first card is the Queen of Swords. The second card is the Queen of Wands. And the third card is the Six of Swords.
Oh, there's a story here.
All right. So the first thing I want to say to you, Ever, is one of the hardest things to do is not to hold your past against your future. By that I mean, if we have touched the stove and we get burned,
ouch,
we don't want to touch the stove again. So even though you may not realize it, you may have quite a big boundary or quite a big wall starting to build because of past hurts. I kind of get the feeling that someone you really, really cared about, that you put a lot of time and effort and energy into, let you down. So I don't know if they cheated on you or lied to you or both or what, but I feel like that you're in a process of trying to heal some hurts that has kind of put you into this weird place where you really, really want to be with somebody. You really know that you deserve a good partner, that you really know your worth. But then when somebody kind of comes forward, you think, oh, I'm not ready to be hurt again. So trying to move past hurts is going to be a big part of getting to where you want to be in the next relationship. Or if you're in a relationship, don't judge that relationship by the bad past relationship, right? So that's my first part of advice, is don't hold your past against your future. I also feel like you are in a place where you want to move forward, and like sometimes you're really ready. You think, okay, I'm ready for this change. I'm ready to buy a home. I'm ready to have a family. I'm ready to be the responsible one. Lori, nope, just let us know what your question is. And Marie, you'll be next.
Thank you for the super chat.
Okay. All right. So you might be in a place that you're ready, but the people that you're meeting may not be as fast as you are on the same track. So ease up, I think, is my question. Is my answer to your question. Ease up. Get your past out of it. Go forward and look forward. And I think that by summer, you'll be a lot happier in the romance department. What do you make of these cards, Chief? And I'll write all these questions in.
Gosh, and there's a lot to go through there. So, yeah, thank you everybody who's joined us. Please do, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us to be less of a well-known secret. So, Eva, Forgive me if I'm murdering your name. Yeah. So yeah, I think what Lisa says is very much the case. This is the classic card of mixed signals. Come here, no, keep the hell away from me. Come here, no, go away. Come here, no, go away.
Snarky, you were not skipped. You were right after Ciao and right before this reading that we're doing.
Just scroll back, you'll see. So
you keep doing that.
The Queen of Wands. This is really interesting because there are 3 cards in the deck that have the 3 pyramids on it. This is one of them. So this card, whenever I get this out, and I think particularly in your case, it does indicate to me that I'm addressing an old soul. So namaste to you there, and we're going to talk a little more about that just now. 3 is again thrown into this card too, where there are 3 dolmen actually jumping out here on the 6 of Swords. So this card does actually show you moving from troubled waters into karma, but it also is, you know, I'm getting the Because of You by what's her name?
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. Thank you. Sorry, just went it straight out of my head. I've got the song in my head. I couldn't think of the person who did it. Because of you, I never stepped too far from the sidewalk, you know? And I think fear has gotten to play quite a big part in your life, and you are, frankly, afraid. Fear doesn't bring good stuff to you, okay? Fear of betrayal again, fear of not living up to somebody's expectations. Look, you're a hell of a nice person. Straight off, I know that. You just need to go find yourself, your place of peace and power. It lies within, okay? If that which you seek you find not without yourself, within yourself, you'll never find it without. So for you, maybe really set to on this and make it a project. And today is probably the best day you could think of for doing
Pisces
this.
New Moon, wonderful
We've got
energy.
the Pisces New Moon. This is very much all about emotions and creativity. It's a new moon, okay? We're moving into the idea to plant seeds and what have you. So maybe set to and really work on bringing yourself up in your own personal self-esteem, all right? This is going to be a work in progress. I understand that, and it's important not to get frustrated with yourself, but try to do little things, just little things. Like for example, get yourself a pad and write something down on your pad before you go to bed for that night. And it doesn't matter what it is, it's just something you feel good about about that day. I made such and such laugh so much they nose their coffee. I made some kick-ass cookies. Whatever it is doesn't matter. It's just something positive about you, okay? And I want you to focus on that and really think about that and allow that smile to come to your face before you lay your head down to sleep, all right? Then when you're sleeping, if you wake up as you do, I know you sometimes wake up in a bit of a fret, just look at that and read it and really feel that it's helping you, you know, that you're looking at this and you're relating to something good about yourself, and it will put you back into that positive frame of mind. When you get up in the morning, look at it again. It's going to put you in that frame of mind, because what you're doing at the moment, I know this may really, you see, you built this keep around yourself. You built this huge wall, yeah, and none shall pass. And so, yes, you would love to have that beautiful, wonderful, mutually supportive, healing relationship, but you're pushing people away as much as you're trying to pull them towards you. So we have to get you into a place where you are receptive and open to it, and that's an internal work. So this is the perfect time to start doing this. Really set to do some positive affirmation work on yourself and really I think you'll do really, really well with it. All right, and come back and check us soon, because just do check us out.
All right, so I'm going to shuffle, and then you're going to pick first.
There's all manner of stuff going on here.
I got it under control.
I'm glad you've got it going on.
All right, so these are 3 cards for Marie.
Okay, Marie.
Maria super chatted, and she says that she's going to schedule a non-emergency surgery.
Okay.
And she'd like to do that hopefully before the summer.
Okay.
Do you have any feedback from the cards about that surgery?
Okay.
So 3 cards.
Perfectly good question. You want me to go first, right? So there's one.
Marie's surgery. Oh, it's hiding here.
Well, I feel that's the one as well. So
okay.
There you go.
So you're first.
Let's see what we got. First one. Oh yeah. Second one. Oh yeah. Third one. Okay. So let's go through this and aces.
Again, with the
Fifth ace or something like that tonight. Ace is very much about the here and now. It's very important. But this is important. This is a time where I think you can relax a little bit and exhale. And I think you've been very hesitant to with the pandemic situation for an elective surgery. I understand that. But it's okay. I think you can relax about that now. I don't know if this is a cosmetic procedure or something that maybe helps aesthetics in some way, but I think it's good. I want to talk about your surgeon though. All right. This is a wonderful. The Empress card is a wonderful card.
Makes me think female reproductive stuff.
It could be about that. Could be aesthetics. It's definitely Venus. It's definitely.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something going on with.
This is the vibe I'm getting. It's
feeling like a beautiful person.
Yeah. That's. I love that. See, she should do this. She's much better at it than me. But this is good. These are good cards. All right. This one not so much. This other one here. So maybe really. I don't know if this if you're actually paying for this or something, what you're paying, who you're paying, don't be overpaying, don't be ripped off here, don't be, there's a cautionary note. I think Lisa's going to be able to throw more. I'm just going to tell you I've got a caution flag in there.
Well, interestingly enough, that the Ace of Cups is summer. So I do think your time frame plan is perfect. Okay, Marie, I think your time frame plan is perfect. I think whatever it is you're having done will make you feel a lot better within your person. Like I know he was saying he couldn't decide if it was cosmetic or, something else a little more physical. Whatever it is, whether it has to do with female reproduction or hormones or even a nose job, whatever it is, it's going to help you to feel beautiful again and be able to act beautifully. For example, Dame Judi Dench. I saw an interview with her. She was making this documentary about trees. And she had said that before she was going to get an award, she had to have a knee surgery. And she was very, very reticent to do that because she didn't want to be seen to not be able-bodied. She didn't want to seem frail or crippled or like she was walking funny. So she ended up where she couldn't really walk without the knee surgery, had the knee surgery, and really had to kind of push herself not to show that on this, the carpet of getting this award. So I feel like whatever the surgery is, you may not realize it now, but it's going to give you back your beauty. Your inner beauty, your outer beauty, your ability to feel beautiful. And this is interesting. I know he was saying he felt like this was your surgeon. This is, to me, a worry about losing something. So, usually this card is gifts and possessions, but I don't feel like it's actually that unless it is overpaying for the surgery.
Could be.
But I feel like whatever it is that's happening, whatever is getting surgically removed, be happy to be rid of it because your problem won't be there anymore. That's how I'm going to say it. All right. So then I'm up next because you were first and now I'm It's my turn.
Yay.
I am up next for Lori. So Lori.
Hello, Lori.
Lori, yep. We just sent her a text, I think. She was on the Karma Points list, I'm pretty sure.
All right, yeah.
And Lori would like a general. Your general is hurry up and wait. I think there's kind of been a lot of that in general.
Yep.
Because of the pandemic, like hurry up and you get to a door and the door is closed and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait and finally that door opens and then you run forward on that, hallway and then you get to the next door and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, but you don't want to miss it, so you run forward, that kind of thing. I think it's great to have a plan, and I think it's great to make your lists. And then, will my band be successful?
How about that?
Yeah, I think it will be. Just know that bands don't make a lot of money these days. Like when we were gigging in the 80s, you'd get $500 a night for a 5-piece. And
we got more than that.
Now you're lucky if you get $50 for the whole band, let alone. But success, yes, I think you'll get there. And I think having a plan and practicing, so that's the hurry up and wait bit. Learn all your songs and learn what you're doing and get your contract and get all those things in place. And then you might have to wait a little bit for it to take off because we still do kind of have COVID. People are just starting to take their baby steps. So bariatric, it's going to give you back your beauty. See that?
There you go.
All right. I know we're very hummingbird there, but we just saw Marie's answer. It's going to be fine. You're going to get there. So, Laura, you're going to get there too. I just think that, I'm a fixed sign, Aquarius. He's a fixed sign, Leo. You're a fixed sign, Taurus. Don't get bummed by things not happening when you want them to.
See, now that's the Taurian. That card smacks of
Taurus
to me. That
right?
Totally
They're going to happen. They're going to happen. And if you do your prep work, we play for charity only.
Well,
awesome.
That's really sweet. That's
then I think
cool.
It's the gigs. Don't worry that the gigs don't come as quickly as you want. I really do think that collectively as a nation, people are starting to take baby steps. The masks are coming off, and then this, and then that. So things will open up. Get your act together, and then your act's going to be fantastic.
We got super chatted.
Oh, we got super chatted.
I can tell. My head is flashing.
Sparky.
Oh, hi, Sparky. Hi, Sparky.
She wants one on love.
I did not know Laurie was in a band.
I didn't know either. Laurie, do you play or sing? What's your
tell,
gig?
because we're a pair of crusty musos ourselves. We love
right.
that. Yeah. I'd work with a band, I have to tell you. When we was gigging, you slept... God knows how many $1,000 worth of, $5,000 worth of gear, 50 miles for $50.
$50, yeah.
Really? Never mind.
All right, so JP, I do have your question, and you will be up next after Sparky because she has super chatted.
That is correct. If you guys are watching us and haven't mashed that thumbs up button yet, please do that. And please do share a link to this. It's time for us to do more readings. So there we go.
That's one.
Oh.
You're picking number 2.
Oh,
I have to keep on you.
I'm so sorry. She gets never worked with children, animals, Leos.
Oh, you sing! Awesome!
I didn't know
Taurus
that.
usually has a very good voice. So.
They do. That's good.
I can see you doing some sultry 40s numbers.
Careful.
All right.
Careful what you're pressing on the computer there.
Oh, sorry. So Sparky says, love guidance for the next 15 days.
A fortnight, eh?
Well, because between the new moon and the full moon, I think is what she's saying.
Well,
First
that's
card.
what a fortnight is.
First card. Interesting. 9 of Wands. Second card, Aquarius, the star. And third card, here in the Valley of Indecision.
Oh, bless.
I think what I want to say to you is,
oh, bless.
X's are X's for good reason. But I do feel that someone who you've had past excitement with, let's put it that way, someone that you've had some past excitement with kind of sparks your fancy again. And your first thought is to jump right in and get right back in there. And your second thought is, hey, wait a minute, this didn't end well, really, but I'm still talking to them, but I don't know. Do I really want to, kind of thing.
Just can't quit you, man.
This is an interesting card when it comes to romance, because it says that you have built a boundary wall, but you'll notice the character is in front of the wall, not behind it. So you are still approachable. Yet, when we look at the detail of the character, they've got some battle wounds here, and they remember. So I'm going to say, I think it's going to be a very exciting 2 weeks. I'm not convinced it's going to be the most fulfilling or long-term. But if you can have some fun and satisfaction for a couple of weeks and both parties agree that it's not going to be a long term, then you won't get burnt if you agree up front. That's my...
Now, am I right in
you
thinking
can just read whatever you want.
Am I right in thinking that Sparky's a Scorpio?
I think she is.
Oh boy, okay. I just can't quit you, man. Yeah, but you
Webbs,
see...
I got you, but there's a couple ahead of you.
You remember stuff, though, don't you? Truthfully. Yn gwaedda pawb yn popus, riniamo egyd. In spite of everyone and everything, you're still here, you know? You're still standing. I'm still standing. It's Elton John's song, isn't it? Even after all of that, you know? Your defenses are intact. Yeah, you might have got a bit of a scar, a bit of a bruise, a bit of a thick lip, but you're still standing. You're still standing. There's a reason you're still standing. The other thing I would point out is you're on the outside of your defenses here. You're not hiding within them. So there's a parody with the Queen of Swords on this card into so much as mixed signals. But this one says, you know, in so much as the come here, go away with the Queen of Swords, this one is very much the like, yeah, I've been here, it was rough, but you know what, I'm still here, but you know what, I'm still bloody open. I got
the t-shirt.
Yeah, the promises in the dark thing, you know, the musical references tonight.
Well, Laurie started it all.
Promises in the dark. She does a wicked version of that, by the way, but that's another story. So, but yeah, promises in the dark might be it. Aquarians are interesting people.
Aquarian squares Scorpio, so that's why I said it's very exciting, but it may not be long term.
Fixed air. Do they even get on?
Oh yeah, I have some great Scorpio friends.
Okay, all right.
I don't know that I would want to be in a long-term committed romantic relationship with any of my Scorpio friends, male or female, but I've got respect for them.
Scorpios can be profoundly loyal, though.
Yeah.
And they demand the utmost in loyalty, which is why I think we've got the mixed thing. I think she's nailed this one. I think she's got this.
It's exciting, but it's not going to be long.
Yeah, okay.
Let's have a great weekend. Yay!
If nobody gets hurt, does it matter? Because you know what? You can always change your mind, and probably will.
Oh, there. All right.
Interesting times.
JP.
Hello, JP.
JPG.
JPG.
JP space G.
JPG.
Will Sam and Janine reconcile romantically?
Are you either Sam or Janine?
Well, Jay, I would suggest is probably Janine.
Because if not, you're definitely spying.
Don't be a turd. It's your turn.
All right, so we're going to assume JP is Janine. Oh, mate. Yeah, here we go.
Reconcile, not ready.
Not ready for reconciliation yet. Focused on what went wrong, focused on the hurt, focused on ow. And this could be you or this could be Sam, to be honest, you know. There's this too much much, you know, it is truthfully, and I think one of you is being circumspect and realizes it's water under the bridge. One of you realizes that there is still stuff here, you know, but the focus at the moment is not good. The focus is on this is, you know, the loss.
Sam hasn't changed his issue, is what I'm going to say.
There you go then.
So until the issue changes, the situation's not going to change. So I'm not saying never. I'm just saying
not right now.
Right now they are really working through something. All right. So Webbs wants to know, what will next Tuesday bring?
Your turn.
Oh, so difficult. Oh.
Tuesday's gone with the wind, I'm afraid. You're going to pull two?
I really hemmed and hawed whether it was this card or whether it was this card. So I think that next Tuesday is going to be one of those kind of high and low. For example, if you are going on a job interview, you're going to interview very, very well, but probably be discouraged not to get hired on the spot. So it's one of these where don't despair and don't show your disappointment. Whatever's going on Tuesday, do your best, talk very well about yourself, be professional, present yourself well, whether it's a date or an interview or whatever it is, and then give it a little bit of a rest. Don't expect a miracle that day, but something very positive is set in motion if you don't get emotional about the perceived letdown, because I don't think that it's a long-term letdown. I think you just thought it would just happen on Tuesday. A good part of it's going to happen, and a good part of it is going to be put into motion. Don't get discouraged.
This card can also indicate minor surgery, by the way, so, you know, but that's...
It can.
But I don't think that's what we're talking about.
I just don't think that's what So, Webbs, you can fill us in and let us know if that made any sense to you.
Yeah, because we like people to fill
We like
stuff
a little
in.
feedback sometimes.
Sparky's laughing.
Sparky's laughing because, you know, we said she's a Scorpio, whatever.
I like Sparky.
But she said thank you, so it must not have been too mean. There you go.
No, we're not mean. We're not mean people. We haven't got a mean bone in our body. We don't do mean.
No.
We don't do mean.
All right.
All right, who we got now?
We are finished.
Oh, you're kidding
Until somebody else comes on.
See, and you just had... She jumps all over me saying, you got to go faster, got to go faster,
Because
gotta go
it's
faster.
not fair to give a half hour, one question, one card, and then not give more time to a 3-card person. 1-card readings are supposed to be that treat 'em and street 'em.
Well, there you go. So why don't we take a moment, because it's way too soon to call it quits yet.
And light a candle for Ukraine.
Why don't we light a candle? It just so happens we have a blue candle here. And
we have been lighting it.
It's a new moon. It's the Pisces New Moon. If ever there was a need right now for creative problem solving, our thoughts definitely are with the people of Ukraine. And I know this is going to sound
Russia, because
I know this is going to sound really crazy, yeah, but I would strongly suggest the vast majority of Russians who actually know about what's going on, actually know, would not want it going on. And certainly, I dare say, the majority of the Russian soldiers who are there as conscripts don't want to be there.
Killing their brothers.
Don't want to be doing this, you know? But there is too much evil in this world, and you can never fix evil with evil. It's not possible, you know? Yes, a really strong military response would be fantastic, but you know, there's a limit to what NATO can do without actually becoming involved and starting the Third World War, to be honest.
So let's just take a moment.
So all we can
pause.
do is really focus an awful lot of love and hopes for healing and positive energy, and that in this new moon there be a creative solution come up for that somebody will broker something, and maybe, you know, Putin will listen to his higher angels, his better angels, you know. so we send peace and love to the people of Ukraine and all those displaced and affected by the conflict. Desperately sad, but we love them. We love them. All right, you got somebody else? Vogit has a...
What does the Taurus think about me?
All right. Whose turn?
I'm glad we had that moment there. So,
yes.
Mine. What does the Taurus think about me?
It's you. Okay.
Ooh.
Knigget of Cups. Your deck's upside down.
It is. They would like to get to know you better. They want to have a little more communication and talk about little deeper subjects, you know. Maybe not talk about so much superficial stuff, but really kind of get to know you better. So you might think they're asking inappropriate questions or intrusive questions. But I think that before they really get involved or make any commitment at all, they need to know exactly who you are. So you're going to have to tell them.
Tell me, honey, just who do you think I am?
Oh, Alice posted a Ukraine flag.
Yeah, well, observe. We have
yellow, blue. Anyway.
So there.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult.
It is bad business. It really is. Oh, and Diane sends a candle in love as well.
Yeah.
It is true.
I mean, we need peace on Earth.
We do,
you
know? and it's you know there's such a cost that people don't realize. You know, that's you know if you raise the you know the cities to the ground, if you flatten them, if you bomb them out of existence, what have you got left other than scorched earth? You can't win the hearts and minds of a people by oppression.
Yeah.
You will lose them
Well,
forever.
I also think that it's just such a sad situation, like you were saying, for the Russian soldiers. I saw a little clip today about, he's about 19, a Russian soldier that surrendered to the Ukraine so that he could eat and call his mother. Because she'd had no idea where he is, and he didn't want to kill anybody. And they're forcing him to try to kill his own kin, in a sense.
They're same Slavic people, you know.
So I'm not saying any disrespect like he's a mommy's baby. I'm not saying that.
He's a human
but I'm saying
being.
We have to look at the point that Russia is not allowing their soldiers to let their families know they're still alive because they don't want the Russian people to know what the hell is going on. It's a terrible situation.
Very, very true. Very true. And, you know, war doesn't determine who's right, merely who's left. You know, who remains. And it's senseless. It's good for nothing. It fixes nothing, you know. It's the human cost, the environmental cost, the cost to every living thing is ridiculous. It's, you know... yeah, Europe's pulled together on this, you know. We're more united, but we're united against an enemy. And think about if we were just united for a common purpose for the good of all, how good that could be, you know.
Oh, you still got wackadoos in this country.
Yeah, there's plenty of wackadoos, aren't there? Yeah.
I mean, now is a great opportunity for the Republican Party to save themselves as well, but you have crazy people doing crazy things.
Such is the nature of the beast, I'm afraid. People will do crazy things. They will.
Anyway, we probably shouldn't talk about religion or politics.
Well, we're not. We're talking about human kindness and love and the end to war.
No, I was starting to talk politics, and that could be bad.
That's very true. Well, look, it's 7:20. I don't know.
Well, we've done quite a few sessions. We did 20.
We nailed through it. Maybe we only need to do an hour.
Maybe we only need to do an hour.
We should do a poll. We should ask everybody what we ought to do. If that's fine. I know it's probably my fault because I didn't post anything ahead of time this time. I didn't put a note up that we were doing this. So. We
posted, I think, on Instagram and Facebook that we were.
Did? Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
All right.
But without a link, because you couldn't have had a link. Because the event didn't exist until
Oh, no, they couldn't have had a link, so maybe we didn't. I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway,
it's all good.
Thank
you all very, very much for joining our little group tonight, for being part of our community. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your super chats. And thank you all for...
Oh, somebody's sending another super chat.
All right. Well, if it's a new reading, we'll do another one.
I also think that what we ought to do...
How does the Libra fit? Oh, it's a Libra, not an Aquarius.
Oh, Sparky. You really want to go deep here.
I pulled the Libra card.
That's the bloody Libra card. Yes. Okay. You go first.
All right, so we have the Libra card.
This time, you're all right.
We got
time.
Yes, we do. We have plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
8 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles.
Yes.
God, Libras are so hard on themselves.
Oh, God, they are.
And Libras are so hard on others.
They can be. They can be.
I think this is somebody that you've walked away from, and that you're going to start something back up with. I think they want you in one place, and they want you to make a big commitment. And I think you've kind of said, I really care about you, but there are some little things that are bothering me that I know if I make this commitment are going to become bigger and bigger things and bother me more and more. So unless we work on these things together, I think they really want to build a life with you, but I think they're very restrictive, and I think they just misread a lot, right? Like, you might say something to them that, I can't even think of an example that's just very, I was going to say innocent, but there's nothing innocent about a Scorpio. But that's just
was
very...
well-meaning.
Yeah, that's just like...
well-meaning.
Hey, just checking in. How you doing today?
What do you mean by that?
And instead of being like, oh, I'm cool, they're like, oh, well, she's checking up on me because she wants to make sure I'm not doing something. Like this whole big story takes place in their mind, and you get blamed. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do think they're very interested. Yes, I do think they want to build a future with you. But I'm not so sure you can take it because... You know how I was saying in the very beginning of this group session that somebody wants to be the controlling partner? You can't control Scorpio.
Nor should you try.
All right. Well, there's your...
So yeah. I feel this person is used to getting their own way. They think they're extraordinarily well balanced. They think they are... can be of even temperament and extraordinarily well... I don't know whether they're a paralegal or something either, but they...
All Libras are a little bit...
They like to think that they're a good...
like that,
they're a good judge of what's going on. They have this wisdom. And I think sometimes they can be just a tiny bit patronizing, honestly. And I think... You don't take too well to being schooled, mansplained, or whatever it is, whatever the word is that's appropriate here. Yeah. I also think they're extraordinarily judgmental of you, and I think that's problematical too for you.
They're very interested.
Oh God, yeah, because
you excite them.
Quirkily, they can be an absolute breath of fresh air and inspiring and invigorating.
They got a good sense of humor
and full of all sorts of exciting, fun, stimulating stuff. But methinks they doth smother you a little too much.
Whatever it is that bothers you isn't going to get better unless you work on it together.
We've been there. We've not knocked it down, but we've walked away. So do you go back, or do we need more of a sabbatical? They do say absence makes the heart grow fonder, or abstinence makes the church grow fondless, but that's a whole different story. I'm just looking at churches here. No, this is...
they want to build something with you. They would live with you.
They sense there's a higher purpose here, and I think, they sense... You are my destiny. You are my density, man.
You're my density.
You are my density. Which is a little bit spooky for you. Spooky Sparky. Spooky Sparky. But the thing is, whilst this 3 is a great card. So I don't know.
I think just have a fling and be happy with that and lay the ground rules and,
I don't know. I think sometimes. What do you think? What do you? That's what I'm going to say. What do you think? What do you really want?
All right, Haley. Yes. You just have to let us know what your focus is.
You're not too late. We almost give it neck because, like a genius, I forgot to put it up everywhere until like 2 minutes before we started.
We've had as many questions.
We've had a fair bunch of people's, and we love it, and that's wonderful, and thank you for that. But yeah, go for it. What's your question,
Haley?
Heidi?
What is your question?
Have at it. No, we appreciate there's a big satellite delay here between seeing a question and us actually knowing what you just typed. There's some seconds delay. I would love for you, before we close up, to do some healing song or something, or our hearts are open maybe, or something like that, if you feel that way inclined.
Okay.
Because I think we could all use that.
We could all use that on this.
We could all use that right now. And it's the Pisces New Moon. It's a great time.
Anything big coming for me this year? Oh my gosh.
Who is it? It's you. It's you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Haley,
bigger than you expect.
something that you thought was out of reach is going to manifest. So, because this is this guy's riding a green blanketed horse, it makes me think that it has something to do with school or career or reaching some sort of fair pay that you wanted. But I think something really good is coming, having to do with career and finances and like getting to that place, feeling like you finally are where you need to be, where you belong and where you deserve to be. So yes, something really good is happening for you, financially, career, status wise.
Doesn't suck.
No.
Doesn't suck at all. That's not a bad card.
All right. So you want healing energy?
I think something like that.
Okay.
I think that would be wonderful.
So what I'll say is
new business. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna fly.
It's gonna come good.
Awesome.
Is your van gonna come through? Oh dear, Gilda.
Is it Haley wants a van?
No, this is Gilda. Is my van going to come through?
Oh,
we can do Gilda a question. Of course we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
Absolutely, but I think you're going to have to get new tires.
Oh, Gilda, you didn't need to send it.
Now we got to do 3 cards.
Okay, so we're going to do 3 cards on your van. Let's go digging. Go deep.
Well, I'm going to keep that one as
You're
one.
Going to keep that one as
That's
that one.
3. You pick 2.
I'll pick 2. I'll pick number 2.
Oh, Haley says Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury's lovely.
Oh, what a great little town. I love it. It's almost, I love Shrewsbury almost as much as I love Chester. It's got a very similar, especially the old parts of the town in Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury, however you like to say it. But
all
yeah,
right,
we like Shrewsbury.
We
Good
kept
place.
this, Gilda, as the first card. Your second card is the victory card. And your third card is attention to details. So, yes, I think it's coming through. And yes, I think you're going to feel really, really relieved about it. And the other thing I'm going to say is before you drive it off the lot, just have a look at the tires again. And if you don't think that they would pass an inspection in a different place than you're picking the car up from, say something and get them to fix it, right? In other words, you got your penny and your penny doesn't stick in that, and they're saying, oh, well, we've inspected it, we've got it all registered and everything for you, here you go. Look at those tires and say, I know it's a used car, but it does have a warranty, and I think that this tire thing needs to be addressed. That's my take on that.
You know what? I'm loving these too. All right.
But it's definitely great. Victory control.
Yeah, this is very much about resting back the sword of control. So you're going to be able to dictate. Dictate is the wrong word, I know, but you're going to be able to direct how this should go. You will be victorious in this negotiation. You're going to get what you're asking for. I think, as Lisa says, I don't know, the come here, go away, come here, go away. It's something then that, to me, Lisa says tires. I'm feeling a wearing component. There's a wearing component that may be more worn than they're putting it on to be.
I think it's something
so
visible.
It could, so just caveat emptor, that extra bit of scrutiny here, that extra bit of scrutiny.
But yeah,
and
but it's really good.
I think it's good. And if you've you may have to do the come here, go away bit with them. No, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to walk away, and they'll maybe close the gap a little more.
It is going to be new. That's even better. But I would still check. I don't know the tires.
There's some wearing component that I don't know has gotten switched out. I don't know what it is or whatever. Maybe somebody pinched the bloody spare, something like that.
Oh, that's possible.
It's just make sure it's all there. If it's a new car, you got a warranty, you're golden.
Fine.
You're golden. Just make sure
you're safe.
If you're leaving the lot, I think this is it. If you're leaving the lot without something in the car, do not accept a verbal agreement. Oh, it was supposed to have the roller shutter for the back of it, or it's supposed to have, they didn't ship it with the right spare. It's supposed to have a full-size spare, and it's just got a tyre repair kit or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's something like that.
It's something like that.
And just really make sure that if you need to take it away at that time, because you're going to be dead excited to get hold of it. That's wonderful. Just make sure you've got the IOU in writing that they are going to give you that and they can't squirm their way out of it. And yeah, you will have to go back to get it. Come here, go away. Come here, go away.
Oh,
there's a bit of reciprocation involved.
Might have to pick it up twice. Is that it? Oh gosh, yeah.
It's all right. It's
You're
all right.
safe.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a good investment.
It's wonderful cards they are.
It's just the way life is these days. People don't take care of their.
Says, make sure there's a spare in the boot.
No, because people just overlook things. They're just on a hell bent to get it done.
Oh yeah, no, we had to pinch that for another one. Somebody curbed a car that was due to go out, and if it's an alloy wheel or whatever, and it's got a full-sized alloy spare, they just pinch that, So make sure it's got its full complement. Don't sign for it until you've checked it all.
Until you've checked it all.
You've been there. You know what that's about.
All right. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to use the words like my and I and me and things like that. But I want each person who's listening to imagine that you are saying these words. The addition does come with a spare. Make sure it's in there.
Make sure it's got it.
All right. So when I'm singing these words, open yourself and imagine that it's you that's putting these things out to the universe, this energy out to the universe. Okay? So just get in your happy space and open your connection to spirit and your intuition and your ability to communicate and be creative, and open your heart center and your will and your physical body and your groundedness. Just kind of do that little quick check through all the chakras. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. My heart is open. My thoughts can heal. Divine emotion is what I feel. I live in wonder on this planet Earth. The spell I'm under is the universe. And just take a second and let yourself hear that kind of sound of silence, that beautiful soft energy, and let that be healing for yourself and for anyone who needs it.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I think the world desperately needs a bit of healing right now. Desperately. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was without auto-tune.
Oh, I saw a meme today. Who's Steve Perry? Well, Steve Perry is a guy who could sing without any auto-tune.
That's it.
Anyway.
In the days before auto-tune. I think on that little digression, we got some people asking a couple of questions.
We have Serial. Yes, you can ask a question, but you have to ask it.
Mm.
And then
Well, we can throw an extra card for Marie as
I
well.
can answer it. Anyway, hold on. Shall be Capricorn.
Somebody super chatted us again.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
All right, it's Marie.
Oh,
All
Marie.
Right.
Thank you.
Shelby, why did the Capricorn unfollow me? Oh dear.
Getting ghosted, eh? Oh, yeah.
Marie.
Marie gets to go first.
All right, Marie goes first.
Because Marie super
All
chatted
right.
us.
What we're saying about the Seven of Swords is, I was saying that you might feel that you've lost something, but it's a good loss, right? So in your case, you've always been in a particular place, and this is going to propel you to a very different place. So, you might feel that you've lost something, even though it's something you want to lose. And Anton was saying to make sure that you're not paying if you don't have to make sure that the surgeon is someone who will give you support after the surgery. But we will pull 3 more cards because you did pay a super chat. But I just want to put those 2 clarifications.
We can get. It was just a cautionary note, Marie. It wasn't a don't do this under any circumstances kind of thing. So.
And yes, Shelby, I have you, and I have Serial if she wants or he wants to ask a question.
I love it.
All right. So again, we have a summertime card. This is like mid-June. We have the Knight of Wands, which is important things coming in the mail or important things to be attended to beforehand. So if there are questionnaires or goals or things that have to be prepared, all those things have to be taken care of. And I think that you're getting some positive feedback from some friends or relatives and some negative Nellies. Excuse me. So, I'm going to say opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. You have to know within yourself what's going on within yourself and it's nobody else's business. That's how I'd read that. And I would say that pay attention to any paperwork, deadlines, goals, and things that have to be done in preparation. And again, I think you're right on track. This is a great card. And this is Archangel Raphael, the healer. So I think that it'll be quite easy. I was going to say simple, but no surgeries are ever really simple. But I think it's going to go really well, and I think you're going to be very pleased. So you have those.
I think I've just twigged what I think the Seven of Swords was about now, and who's going where, doing what. So there's only been in this, out of assuming we're working on the same issue, which I know we are, of the 6 cards that were focused on it, there's only 2 of those that could be construed as remotely negative cards. All right. One, the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Wands in this. Okay, so this one, very good card, very much about beautifulness, beauty, you know, and very much the healing, and you know, for you, I think to start to truly love, and the fact that we're naked here, to start to truly fall in love with your body image again, you know. I think that's been something, you know, difficult for you for some time. So I think,
yeah, that's true. They're naked, aren't they?
Yeah. So I think for you to be comfortable in your own skin is worth so much, you know, just for you, for nobody else, regardless of what anybody else is telling you. All right. This, again, I don't know if you're around for when I said there are 3 cards in the deck where there are 3 pyramids on it. We've got another one tonight. So this one, another one just now in your reading, I'm sorry. So this one, Marie, indicates that I'm talking to an old soul here. So you know you're doing the right thing, you know, innately, you know you're doing the right thing. Your inner voice tells you you're doing the right thing. But oh my God, girl, do you have some internal saboteurs as well? All right. You second guess yourself, something rotten here. Oh, should I do it? What if something goes wrong? What if this? What if that? What if the other? What if this? And you've got a veritable chuffing argument going on inside your head right now. Okay. It's not a quiet place. Now, I understand your cause for concern, but I think now I understand why that 7 of Swords came up, because that card to me, right? And I can't find it, but I'm going to try and speak to it and see if you can remember what's on there. It shows an army at camp. There's a lot of tents and all that sort of stuff. And then in the back of the shot, there's the brigadier general giving the orders group, and he's got his stick out and he's pointing at all sorts of stuff, and they're going, well, tomorrow, men, we're going to have this incredible. Oh, there you go. Tomorrow, men, we're having this incredible pincer movement, and we're going to surround the enemy and all this fun stuff. Meanwhile, this urchin's come along and he's pinched all the swords. So come tomorrow morning, this army isn't going to be an army. They're going to be unable to do anything other than just stamp their feet and go, you're very, very naughty. They're not a fighting force anymore. They've lost that ability because it's been taken away from them. So whenever this card comes up, and this is a card that is very difficult to do in isolation, but when you have it as part of a story where you know this fits in a classic spread as part of a story, this can tell, you know, what the resistance is, what the problem is, what's going on here. And this can be somebody trying to take something away. But I think the cautionary note is, don't talk yourself out of this. Okay? And I think you're perilously close, or have been very close to doing that. You know, of going, but what if this, and what if I can never eat again? What if I can't enjoy, you know, a simple cookie or something like that? And I think you're seeing
it's a whole process.
It's a process. It's an adjustment. Okay? It's an adjustment. And honestly, you will do really well at this. And I think the very fact that you fall in love with yourself again, that you do honor yourself. I mean, you're an incredibly wonderful person regardless of your body image, okay? But I understand body image is important to people, and how you feel about yourself is important. And I think taking the whole thing together, don't talk yourself out of it, okay?
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, since Serial hasn't asked her question or his question yet,
what are you going to do then?
I'm going to do Shelby.
All right then.
Because Shelby wants to know why this person unfollowed her and then started talking to her again.
Oh, how confusing. How confusing.
All right. It's all about control. I don't know if they're Cancerian or what, but when you didn't show up, they took offense and decided that you probably didn't like them anymore. That's why they unfollowed you out of anger and whatever. Then they thought about it a little more. Oh, you said Capricorn. Well, that's the opposite of Cancer, so it can be very similar in MO.
Opposite end of the wall.
Yeah, they're 6 signs in their reflection, and Cancer and Capricorn are the reflection of each other. Mm-hmm. So hurt, felt like they weren't in control of the situation, got upset, acted out in anger, and then said, well, now I can't let her tell me why, so I better talk to her again and see what happened. I think they're just moody. They're just moody and tough to deal with. Capricorns are really, really hard to get close to.
Oh my God, how?
But I think that they just really got upset and figured you'd given up, so they were going to give up first, and then they thought about it a little more. And I would say proceed with caution, because again, this card, when we had it for Sparky, I said they want to build a relationship with you. I'm just not sure you really want to build one with them. Why do you want to deal with somebody with all these mixed signals? All right, so why don't you just do a card for Serial, and then we'll sign off.
Yeah, why don't we? We'll just do something general. Well, if this is yes or no, this is definitely a yes. If it's how are things going to pan out for me, they're going to be good. If it's should I do this, should I buy this, should I invest in this, should I, particularly commercial things, extremely well indicated here. This very much is a card about good foundation, good protected barrier of money over the heart, and head focused on money and a crown. So this is a demigod. There's a bit of a king. There's an authority here as well. However, this can indicate meanness, spitefulness, okay, greed, etc., etc., etc. So just to go and witter on about a card by itself is something, but I'll let you put your own stuff together. I think on the whole, yes, but don't let it turn you into a mean person, if that helps.
All right. Was that a super chat, or did the lights just dim?
I don't know. So give it a second, because I think we should get more than one, but I mean, it might be. Oh, no. The battery went in that light. That was it.
All right.
That's probably indicative that we've run it. That one needs to. Everything else is connected to the mains. Our overhead light is right. Yeah, we've got a little. I don't have the glow on my head anymore.
Oh dear. All right, darlings. Thank you all so
awesome.
Very much.
Yes.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Do.
Please share our channel. Go and find your tarot scopes. March is going to be a wonderful month for almost everybody.
It is a cracking.
Get on it. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Help us become less of a well-kept secret.
And just to add, thank you for joining with us to send some wonderful healing energy out to the world, and particularly to the folks in Ukraine, which is a tragic situation. Understand, if you say, what can I do to help? What can I do to help? And I'll say what we said the other day, which is, in a world you can be anything, where you can be anything, be kind. Today, just try being kind to people. Be nice. Even the people who annoy the bejeebers out of you,
They're out there.
Even the people who you desperately want to smack in the face with a frying pan for their highest good. For their highest good. There are some people who get you like that. You need some splaining with a frying pan. But no, there's joking apart. Even those that really do try your patience, be especially nice, okay? Because love is the it's the strongest force in the entire universe, and is the only thing capable of turning an enemy into a friend. So really, 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 do please, no, stop already, would you?
We want to talk to you about your car warranty, and this is the last time they'll call you.
We should just put them on there and see how many people. We'll put it out as a poll. Should we buy this extended warranty?
Which car are you talking about? Anyway.
A Toyota Hiace pickup with 250,000 miles. That usually scares them off. All right.
Anyway. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Yes. We'll see you before then.
We will be back on Monday for 11sies. And we will be back next Wednesday for these readings. And then if you are part of our circle and you want to join us Friday night for the new moon, you could do that as well. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you so very much. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. And yes, if you haven't mashed that like button, please do so. It does help us. And I'm trying to find the right button to press. Where do my mouse go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where's me mouse?
Oh, we're going to be stuck online forever.
Oh, I said no. It's on that. It's on that monitor. Let's go over here. There we
that's
go.
So weird. Oh my God. All right.
One day I'll be safe with technology. Thank you so much. Blessed be.